The Honorable Betty Awolu-Chan is the City Woman Member of Parliament. City Woman Member of Parliament for Gulu City. In this 12th Parliament, having served for 15 years already, 20 actually. She's in her 5th term in Parliament. She's a former leader of the opposition. She's the Deputy President of the Political Party for Northern Uganda. Works closely with the accused person. She's a mother figure and a friend to the accused person, aged 67 years. She's introduced by a national identity card, being a resident of information. I'm also a man of advanced age.
With your permission, Senior Quarters Village. Ebya Ward, I-R-I-A Ward.
I beg your pardon.
Ebya, I-R-I-A-D-A Ward. Lalo Peche division is the South.
That is that's why she's resident. So those are the particulars.
Those are the
Of the
particulars.
shoot.
Particulars and national ID.
Your Worship, we would like to pass both the national ID and the Parliament ID through to the colleagues, then we shall provide photocopies.
And then upload them on it.
We will undertake. Your Worship, the accused himself is also introduced by a letter of LC1.
The surety.
No, not the accused. From Burua village, where he's resident. That is Wakalima. And his national ID is also available for inspection and for your management as you make it please. And for the Honorable Betty Awolu-Chan, we have the photocopies of the ID, the IDs. For the Honorable Awolu-Chan, we have not been able to secure LC later, considering the distance and the speed with which these events took place. Your Worship, the second surety with your permission, if Honorable Chan is the Honorable Dr. Philip Michael Honorable Dr. Philip Michael Lulume Baiga. Honorable Lulume Baiga is aged 56. So they are both men of advanced age. He is a resident of Galasel, Bagala. Bagala is B-A-W-G-A. Seth. Seta Ward. Goma Division. Seta Ward. Goma Division. Goma is G-O-M-A. Mukono Municipality and Mukono District. It was introduced by Leta Ovelsi. We are trying to run some more copies. Currently we have a photocopy and the original is national ID together with the photocopy. The Honorable Lukwago Baiga is the immediate former Member of Parliament for Wiyikwe South. In the Wiyikwe district. He is the Deputy President to the accused person in the political party I mentioned, PFF. He is a medical doctor. And the proprietor of Kampala International Medical Center, close by here in Kansanga. Kampala International Medical Center, Kansanga, Kampala. Your Worship, he is a friend to the accused person for over 30 years. As you notice, they are age mates, they were in school together. And I've since lived at work close. You can also be reached on telephone number 0 information 0772 432 096. I forgot to mention the telephone number for the Honorable Chair. 0772 591 yes 702. The third should be worship is the Honorable Betty Namboze Bachireke. The Honorable Namboze Bachireke is aged 57. I have been forced by the president to mention her age. And now she thank God she's my mom. So she's aged 57. She's the current Member of Parliament from Mukono municipality, now serving her fifth term. Her fourth term, sorry. Fourth term. And therefore she's actually due to her fifth term. She's serving her fifth term. Her fifth term. Yes, you're right. I'm in possession, Your Worship, of her Parliament ID. Because of the rush, we were not able to secure LC later introduction. And in the national ID. But she has memory of the NIN number, which can be used to access all the information about her. Of her NIN number. It is CF 690 521 0 0 E9 capital E9 capital F capital E capital A. Sorry, capital E capital A. She's a resident of Lukwago village. Lukwago village, Ntawo ward, Mukono municipality. Her telephone number is 0752 38 710. Sorry, 388 710. Yes. Your Honor, in very peculiar circumstances, and now this relates to responsibility. The accused person is counsel, actually currently lead counsel, in the matter of retired Colonel Dr. Kiza Besigye and two others, which is criminal session case number 335.
335.
Yes. Currently at hearing stage. It is 335 of 2025. Currently at hearing stage and is scheduled for the 30th day of June 2026. The same is likely to suffer interruption if it is not granted this way. I mentioned the last one because of its prominence, including in these proceedings. So, but it is one among the so many cases he is handling as an officer. He is not a fright risk. And undertakes not to leave the borders of this country without prior authorization of this court, with or without it being a condition. It is therefore the possibility of delay, and I would invite you to take judicial notice of the case backlog in our system, both in police, where the case is still is, and in court. With that, Your Honor, the applicant is cognizant of the gravity of this offense. But one, the gravity consideration is mitigated in these proceedings by the personal undertaking and the caliber of the applicant, to the substantial nature of sureties, and the rest will be insulated by the conditions that you may be pleased to give. Obviously and axiomatically, the gravity of the offense does not negate the constitutional right and the presumption of innocence, right to apply for bail and the presumption of innocence. We have so far, Your Worship, obtained one bundle of the applicants, some of the applicants' medical records that we have been able to obtain electronically. And with your permission, we will submit a copy, and then we will upload, and we will therefore, if court desires to look at your those are certified. I stand to be guided, Your Honor, because the other two applications are dependent on whether or not you grant bail today. In the unlikely event that you are not in a position to grant bail today, we pray for one of the two things I'm going to mention. The first is owing to his medical condition. That he be referred to hospital for urgent medical care under conditions and directions you may be pleased to give. Again, in the unlikely event that that is not done, most unlikely microscopic, in the unlikely or microscopic event that that is not done, but without prejudice to the foregoing, we pray that you direct that prisons authorities allow him possession of an orthopedic mattress. Orthopedic mattress. Because the same is under medical prescription. Orthopedic mattress and a cardiac bed, because these are critical for his survival. Yes, and the cardiac bed. The same are critically needed for his survival. Where he was previously incarcerated, when he mentioned that, they thought it was a luxury. And they advised him to sleep on the floor, which has exacerbated his back condition. With that, he only slept on the floor for about 20 minutes. He explains. Okay, he was lying, not sleeping, on the floor. He was lying on the floor for those 20 minutes, and those have worsened his medical condition. He has not accessed medical care from his personal medical attendants. In the unlikely event of the remand, we will pray that the same be ordered and that he be allowed to access his specialized and prescribed meals. Your Worship, we have obtained that's the second copy of the bank of his medical documents. We pray that these medical documents be kept private because they relate to personal medical conditions and very private. With that, Your Honor, I reiterate what I earlier prayed and pray that you be pleased to grant bail as a matter of life and death. Especially for the fear of an irreversible stroke owing to his medical condition. I so pray.
Yes, please. What we have heard from the yes, we have had the length application made by the council with respect to the application regarding the fish persons. But we are asking the council for the fish person to avail us with the letter introducing the surety, in particular, surety number 1 and 2. That letter from the NLC introducing them. He also availed us with a set of medical 1 and 3. 1 and 3.
The letter of introduction of their residence.
The letter from their area MC introducing them.
That's what I mean. The letter of introduction of their areas of residence. That is Honorable Ramos and Betty Achan.
Then secondly, we are also requesting for the set of the medical documents with respect to the condition of the accused person where the council referred to the second set of the medical document. We also requesting that we should be available with. Thereafter, we also praying that with the prosecutions are given time. After you have seen the volume of the document, this is the one set of the medical document tendered by the council for the inspection, the volume of it, within time to study the document. Then, yeah, we study the medical document, and then we also need time to verify the particulars of the sureties. From that point, we also shall be able to effectively respond to the bail application made by the council. This question.
We are in court, please. Can you respect court? In other words, the state is unable to respond to the application.
That's the position, no? Also, the council for that this person, in addition to the application for the bail, you also pray for referral order for urgent medical care and provision of orthopedic mattress, taking into account the condition of the applicant, he refers to that, and the mattress. The other one is critical to this condition also. And that the applicant also needs specialized meal. He also paid the court in event that the court does not grant him bail, court should issue that order. He also have a response to that.
You're highlighting on his
what he has
to understand.
Yes.
Just on his request of grant an orthopedic bail.
Yes.
So you are highlighting, then you can respond to the same.
Yes.
Because I was failing to understand.
Yes. Yes. In response to that, the prosecution's submission that the prison authority has the best facility in the country. It has specialized doctors, unless otherwise court gets a report from the prison authority that they are unable to contain his condition when in prison. Upon a report, maybe the court can pronounce itself on it. But as per now, there is no report from the prison authority suggesting that they are unable to have him in their facility and to be premature for the court to say that the prison authorities are unable to have him in prison at this point or at this stage. So at this stage, we also request arrested.
What is the praying for? I am praying for.
Our prayer here is for the court to claim to issue the order prayed for by the council for the accused person. An order for with urgent medical attention, medical care, ordering the prison authority to provide orthopedic mattress and cardiac pay. That order also will be the court to claim to issue at this stage. That's our prayer also.
So in regards to the bail application.
We ask for time to respond.
So in other words, you seek an adjournment in order to be given time to respond to the application.
Yes, you also.
Your Worship. With regard to the medical documents, the second state I was referring to, I made copy, one bundle set for the prosecution and one for court. That's what I meant by second commitment. So the bundle I intend to rely on is within the possession of my colleague.
So the bundle that is in court is in its entirety.
Absolutely.
Yes, you don't need a second bundle.
No, I only meant working two copies each, one for state and one for court. They have the same, and I would invite them to read the same. Now, the same way they were prepared to charge and provided us with the little time that they gave us. So for the documents, and I will submit all the documents where they want the orders to see and understand the medical condition. They have the documents in front of them, and I trust their ability to read and understand them now and respond. Your Honor relates to LC letters. I did mention that, yes, we would have loved to provide the same. But the circumstances imposed onto us by the prosecution would not allow us. We only learned at 11 today that the accused person had been dumped at the police. In Chira.
Shira?
Chira.
Not that.
No, Chira. Chira division in Nambomo. We rushed. We cooperated with the police. By way of providing the charge and caution they required of him, and his statement, which he did. We cooperated with their police sergeant to come and do his observation. And he did. Preliminary information was that they were going to charge him in Nakawa court. Even as we speak, they have not given us a copy of the charge sheet. Now, you're talking about the prosecution, mounting a prosecution in good faith. I did ask my colleague, also for the state, when we were here, before you entered, and we look at the copy of the charge sheet, and she said, I do not have it yet. I don't know if she has it now. I have not looked at the charge sheet. I only listened attentively. I would invite my colleagues, therefore, to use the same attention I used to listen to the charge sheet and understand the medical documents. Your Honor, the LC letters that have been mentioned are only for identification of individuals. I am so saddened that Council for the State, if after receiving a parliamentary ID for the Republic of Uganda, and she represents the state which issued the ID I'm talking about. And she still wants more. But I'm even more saddened that in this day and age, my land friend cannot even verify the identity of a member of parliament electronically and digitally. I am very, very sad. From delay, creating backlog, abusing process, creating backlog, abusing court process, creating congesting prisons, and persecuting. There would be no reason why a senior state attorney, two senior state attorneys, with a state attorney assisting them, would not be able to proceed with this such a bail. And would insist that you proceed and detain, not just a sick person, a dying man. I would want to draw your attention, Your Worship, and without recruiting your sympathy, to a German national that was denied bail in Kalanga on similar flimsy grounds, and at the next hearing he was dead. And you're saying your former Lord Mayor of this city, a colleague at the bar, an officer of this court, should not go to hospital, but should go and be condemned to death before you even try here. With respect, Your Worship, to the sureties, to the alternative prayer. One, that even when someone wants to provide for himself a facility to allow him to live, without inflicting a charge on the government of Uganda by way of a mattress, somebody providing for himself a cardiac bed without asking government to provide the same. Someone providing for himself a specialized meal commensurate with his condition of life. Council for the State demands, I want a medical prescription for that. Your Honor, one, LC letters are not a requirement of law. It is just practice and guidance provided in the bail guidelines, just as a guide among other conditions you may impose. Indeed, that's why the law provides, with or without sureties. Look at the speed with which we have been able to obtain a letter from LC on the person who has been incarcerated. And then somebody demands that the prisons authorities has the facilities. First, I'm not privy to when my land friend was last incarcerated in the men's wing anywhere in our prisons, so as to testify to the proprietor of conditions in prison. Unlike us who are in private practice, who visit inmates in our prisons, she only interfaces with the file in the comfort of her office or chambers. I invite you to disregard her submission on the propriety or otherwise of the prison conditions, but invite you to take judicial notice of the congestion in our prisons that have always been highlighted by the judiciary, that we all proudly serve. Even without medical reports, some of which we have provided, and even those from prison, Your Honor, this bail is entirely discretionary, and we rely on your discretion and good conscience. Discretion is basically the law of conscience, which we invite you to invoke and exercise. We therefore pray that you take cognizance of the leadership caliber of the sureties presented, the caliber of the accused person, his record and service both to court and the nation, but also the need to decongest both court and prison by attending to the legal work he handles as your officer. In the unlikely event that you incline to look at the letters of the LC, then I would invite you to grant bail on the applicant's own cognizance, because it is provided for both in law, section 75, as well as practice. And to do a visual and clinical examination of the accused person. And a bit please grant bail. Disallow the adjournment. And since they have opted not to respond to the bail application, to close them out. But even reopening to allow them is entirely your discretion, and I'm amenable. Without much ado, Your Honor, may you find a pleasure. In the event, Your Honor, that you want the state to have another opportunity to say, and since they wanted a medical report specifically on what they're asking for, a copy and summary is hereby given to them. But even in I being senior to them, maybe I could also be of help to them. As an alternative to an adjournment, you could give them a standover to study the documents. Since they need more time.
Actually, before Code can pronounce itself, I simply wanted to make an inquiry. I don't know how much time state is requesting for in order to give them time to respond to the application. Because state is represented and they must be given an opportunity to respond to the application.
With your permission, just before, and my colleague's permission, we are actually in possession now of the medical referral which they were talking about from Lago National Referral Hospital. Dated 13th April 2024. And it relates to the accused person with a diagnosis of C6-7 disc prolapse.
That is the C5 and C6 you're talking about?
Another 6 to 7
Okay, it's 6
to 7.
as opposed to 5 and 6.
Yes. Yes. This even 5 is there, but this one relates to 6 and 7. Yes. Disc prolapse. Prolapse is pro and then lapse. With left-sided neuropharyngeal stenosis. I'm reporting that state is laughing at my client's medical condition. Maybe she's laughing at the way I'm pronouncing medical terms. Yes, she's excited that I know them. Your Honor, with left-sided neuro, that is Neuro. Foramia is Formia, which has one word. Stenosis. And I'll only read the last bit, which my colleague was interested in, submitting. Recommendation. Mr. Lukwago Arias has not responded to the conservative treatment with pain medication and physiotherapy. Is recommended surgical decompression with spinal fusion, SCDF, to relieve his severe symptoms. Your Worship? Yes,
When was this examination done?
which one are you referring to? The one I'm reading?
Yes.
That is 40s. And I
Is it the one of India?
that is India, but this act was preceded by this.
Oh.
Yes. But this one I'm referring to is April 2024. So I am giving this copy with the request that I receive it back to make this because it is the only one we are in possession of. But for the purposes of my colleagues, I only wanted to make one comment and to appeal to co-professionals, the other side. In life, as professionals, there are certain things that make us look ugly. And there are certain fields as professionals we need not proceed. On my part and my team, we undertake to observe those standards. I would appeal to my colleagues, before whom I joined the bar, to keep the same standards. I so
Before God can check the legal of the matter, I simply want to ascertain how much time prosecution is asking to respond to the application. Because as far as the court is concerned, the application must have been responded to.
We are requesting for 1 week's time. Considering that there are weekends that you might not be able to access. Also, noting new grounds on the medical condition of the applicants herein,
Which state needs to verify?
which we need to actually verify and see if it's the current state of the event or it's overtaken by events. So it's much more than the introductory letters that have been presented, that have not been presented by the surety. It's much more, even regarding the applicant himself, considering the charges leveled against him. So we pray for more time, Your Honor, which is a strip of 1 week. Yes.
To respond to the rejoinder, any, and then court has to be given time to make a ruling on the No.
Your Honor, our prayer is specific. It's 1 week. We believe that we'll be able to.
Well, Your Worship,
Now, this is off the record.
yes, Your Worship, I'm not used to back and forth.
I don't.
And that is the kind of practice I have lived for the last 25 years. Supposing we are inclined to concede to an adjournment for 1 day with a prayer that the accused person be kept in a medical facility under protection, observation and protection of guard of security agents, government, in this case, police. But if they want prison to be in that hospital or police, we are many. Because all we are concerned about is protecting and preserving life. Because what the state is inviting you to do is to do an experiment on the accused person's life. Whether he actually will die, whether he's in good or bad condition. We have not had the benefit of receiving from them the report of their police surgeon. Because she's talking about what to know the current state. The police surgeon did review the accused person. We are not privy to the report that he made. If they had shared with us, probably it would be a starting point for us. But it's not. We can only relate to the situation as we know it from our side. And I will give them the benefit of doubt that they do not know his condition before here. Now, I'm only speaking from the point that I know how I found him in police custody today, how he has lived before, which is not within their knowledge. As a win-win and stopgap measure, would they find it pleasure to concede, as we concede to their adjournment, even for that 1 week, he be placed under medical care, under guard or protection, unless the intention is different. Maybe to subdue, maybe for someone to die, or for the medical condition to exacerbate beyond repair. If the intention is justice, and justice meaning a trial of a person that is not dead, then I would invite them to concede to medical referral, to go to hospital under their guard, limited visitation. Even a adjournment for that 1 week. Because our proposed roadmap was, if he's in a hospital for some at least 1 week, he's able to prepare for the cases he's handling, assuming he's granted bail. But we can afford them the time they need to study the document, verify the locations or residences of the person. Actually, the one from Laro, we do not have the original, but the copy has been sent electronically. And that is how serious we are. But you have two sureties whose LC identity is not an issue anymore. Elsie, we are taking you through this page, and I would invite you to understand where we are coming from. It is somebody we thought in the last 2 days may not be alive. Luckily, he's here, he's alive. How do we secure his life, but also the interest of justice? I would be very happy to hear a concession from this.
We don't want to go back and forth, because Council Medard has ably applied for bail. The state has not responded to the same, giving their reasons. They need to verify. The issue is not about the letters. The letters have been availed. According to the state, they need time to verify the medical conditions according to them. So I believe in the interest of justice, since there are medical issues presented to court, the state will be given 2 days to respond. Yes, the state will be given 2 days to respond, and that is today is Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. In order to save time, why can't state file written submissions in that regard and have them filed electronically? Honorable Medard Segona could rejoin if needed, and then court can deliver a ruling on the same. Yes, that's a rule. This is an order of court. Let's check. Yes, have these 2 days. Peruse, file submissions electronically. Council Medard, I believe you can respond. You can respond in 1 day.
Yes.
So that will be by no, the state files and serves by Friday. They are given 2 days to verify. The state files and serves by Friday. So the defense will respond, if any, by Monday. Then can we meet
I
here?
actually don't need Monday.
You don't need
Since
it's
electronic.
electronic.
Filing is electronic.
Electronic,
We
yes.
will file on Saturday.
On Saturday. Then, if that is the case, then we shall have a mention on Monday. If I have all electronic requirements, because sometimes the directives are not complied with. We can have a mention on Monday. Salongo will be remanded till Monday. The prison authorities are directed to take into account his medical condition. Specifically, we shall remind him from action. I think that's where the hospital is. Yes, that's where the hospital is. And then you can have a meet up with the prison authorities on the issue of your steady bed, so that you can make arrangements and have it available. So you will be remanded till.
Before you do that, Your Honor, I'm grateful possible. May we take it as an order that we take. We do not want it from the state if we do not have it. We will provide the mattress. We will, of course, how to deliver it, we can organize that.
Yes, that's what I say, that we will have meet up with the prison authorities and arrange. Because the prison has its own guidelines. So he will meet, the family will meet up with the prison authorities and arrange on how the issue of the orthopedic mattress will be delivered or handled accordingly. I guess we are clear on that. Yes. We managed to. So step for avoidance of doubt, time, Monday 10. Is it available for the yes? I believe even if it's a Sunday, it will be available.
We'll be here till Christmas.
Okay, omusajja bamulimandize paka nga Monday. Akomawo mu kooti on Monday.